So you'll get an idea of how big, how long this is. It's 47. Looks like it's about 20. Yeah, it's about a little less than 20. 19 and 5/8. And this is the sketching that I'm going to put on here. So it's a little short. You got a lot of space underneath. So I could either take this off, but this piece down here and that piece up there kind of stabilize it. So what I could do is add maybe the name of somebody or something down here, so-and-so's cabin or something like that, or Deer Haven, I don't know, something like that. Or go half, put it in the middle, have a name up here and then another name down here. I think I like that idea better. So what I'll do is take a heavy carbon pencil and sketch all of this outside and flip it over. And it's identical side to side. So what I'll do is just flip it over. Well, it's not quite identical. This ear is a little bit different from that ear. It doesn't matter. But I'll flip it over and then I can rub it so it makes a mark on this board here. We'll see that in a minute. This is a pencil that I made a while back, and it's got a very heavy lead in it, but it's really good for marking this. So what I'm going to do is basically draw a heavy line, and it doesn't have to be exact. Just has to transfer. So I flipped this over, kind of lined it up. I'm going to tape it down. And then go back over it with this pencil. Now let's just check and see that it's right. Well, that really stuck. Okay, that is not transferring at all. Should transfer there, and there's nothing there. Alright, so that isn't going to work. This should, yeah, it writes on this. So, let's do a little test here. No, not very good. So, I'm gonna try some carbon paper. Okay, I did a test with this marker to see if it would transfer with this carbon paper, and it does transfer. So I'm going to tape this down. Just so it doesn't move. And I'm going to go over it. And the reason I'm doing it with this is so I can see the difference between pencil, because I'm going over the top. Oops. Alright, it's not up that far. Okay. So it's down here. So I don't know how far that carbon is. Carbon's to about here. And I'll just redraw these lines so they look decent once I'm done. Okay. That should have. Let's hold that. Pull that back. Not very good. Huh. I mean, this is this. This is this. There's a line. This looks like a line. This looks like a line. It's tough to tell. I think you gotta press a lot harder than what I'm pressing. So, I'm just gonna use that worked a lot better. Okay. Of course, I don't remember what the heck I've drawn when I haven't drawn. Okay. Now I have to mark what's going to be black and what's going to be white, or which I'm going to cut out and which I'm going to leave. So I decided to cut out the black area on the image, so I'm making it dark. I'm filling it in with this marker. Not totally, but enough to know that when I'm carving it out, I'll have to obviously make sure that I don't, it's not going to be easy. I don't want to go into the areas that I don't want to carve. So I'll have to refer to the original drawing first. So right now I'm penciling in this area and I have to do all of this, which is right in this area. And I know that this is going to be the easiest area because it's pretty solid. It's a big area versus the details up there. That's going to be tricky. And I'll probably use either the Dremel tool with a carving bit on it, or a very small, maybe a 1/16 of an inch bit on the router, so I don't go into the edges. This is also black. This is where I'll fine-tune things. I might need to come back, maybe sand off some areas or just paint it white, just to make sure that I don't go into the areas that I don't want it to go into. This will all get carved out. And if you look at this, you can see where I'm doing it, but there's this white line area that I don't want to carve. So it's not very definitive over here. So I'll have to that's a bit tricky. That's what I have to figure out. So there's my sketch. And that's what I got out of it. I gotta fine tune it yet, but that's not a bad start. So I got a fan trying to blow away this little dust, but I am finally carving this deer face into this pine board. Because it's pine, it's going pretty easily, and there's some irregular cuts like right here, but I don't really care about that. All the black stuff is being routed out, so you can see what I've done so far. I'll sand this once I'm done with that. The next part is burning. So I'm using this propane torch here, and I'm burning. And I'm going to erase or sand off these high spots and just let this part come through. And I'm gonna see how that looks. It's really not bad that way, but we'll see how it looks. So I sprayed a polyurethane on this and it left areas white. So I am going to sand that down. I'll see if I can sand it down. I think I can. I'm just going to use a 220 grit here. Let's see. It'll tone it down a little bit, which I think will be fine. Kind of looks gray, but I'm okay with that. And sometimes mistakes are happy accidents. You can see it's taken off some of the charcoal. So after sanding, I polyurethaned this piece. I didn't want to put I want to put poly on it because it stays clear, and if this is dry, and this turned out great. I'm very happy with this. This will go in the center of a door.